Hello, boys and girls. Do you see that little spot right there? I brought this honey that I got from Popeyes. It don't matter where you get the honey from, but I brought it to the water side to pay my respects to the water spirits, our ancestors, especially from Atlantis. No, Atlantis is not a myth. It was a very real, a great big metropolis, a thriving hub of its time before it was destroyed. But that's another story for another time. But I wanted to pay respect to Atlantis and to the water spirits. And one of the ways you can do that is by putting honey right there by the water side because they liked honey. And it's a form of respect. Or if you don't want to put honey, you can get rose petals or flower petals and throw them in the water. Or you can just sit quietly on a bench by the waterside and meditate as a sign of respect. There is so much to learn about spirituality, and you don't even have to be a water sign. I personally have 4 water placements in my chart, so I've always been extremely fond of the water, but it is a calming, relaxing, healing place to be. The sound, just the way the waves move, just the calmness and the peace of it all. You just can't go wrong. And it doesn't even have to be summertime for you to do these things. You know, if it's not when wintertime rolls around, if it's not too cold, you can still come out here and pay respect. Because you know, water can be your saving grace or it could be your worst enemy, depending on your circumstances or your situation. But the water, you know, it keeps you in balance. It keeps the flow of life going through you at the pace that it's supposed to. But it also remembers. And so maybe someday you might be in a predicament and it might just be the water spirits who ultimately save you so you can continue on your path in life. You never know. The possibilities are endless, boys and girls. Get you some crystal, burn you some sage, burn some candles, you know, so show respect to your ancestors because whether you believe it or not, your ancestors are inside you. They're part of your DNA strand that's within you, and they're the ones who are helping also to guide you beside your higher self. And they're the ones who give you the gifts, you know, whether it's psychic abilities, whether it's your intuition, whatever gifts, you know, whether you have shamanic background, whatever gifts that are in your particular bloodline, it is your ancestors who activate them when you are ready, when you have raised your vibration up high enough for you to be given these gifts, or that you've shown that you're responsible enough to imbue these gifts. Because with these great gifts comes great responsibility. The ancestors, God, the heavenly realm, whoever it is you pray to, they're not going to give you things knowing that you're in a dark place or you're showing your shadow side, because there's no telling what you might do and the harm you might cause to innocent people with some of these gifts that are being given to some of us. But we had to prove ourselves. We had to go through many trials, tribulations. We had to prove we were worthy of having these gifts before they were ever bestowed upon us. And we get tested day in and day out. They don't just give it to us and walk away. They stay on top of us and make sure that we're utilizing these gifts in a way that's appropriate and that helps humanity, not just ourselves. and that we're not using it for evil purposes or for just our own personal use. The whole purpose of all of this, because we are all one consciousness, is to help one another. What helps you helps me, and vice versa. And I just want to encourage everyone to embrace our unity, because we are all as one. And I love you, and I will help you in any way that I can. Once I'm able, I will help everyone, because I'm not just concerned about me. What I want for me, I want for you. I want for the next door neighbor. I want for the people in Iran, Iraq, Turkey, the whole world. I want everyone to have all the good things in life, not just some of us, all of us. And there's plenty to go around. There is no reason why everyone can't have the wonderful life that they desire. And you don't have to lie, steal, cheat, kill, or do any of that stuff in order to have these things. Just become who you were born to be, who you were created to be, and the sky is the limit. You know, next week I'm going to go have part of my tongue cut out because I have cancer. But you know what? It's There's a lesson in this for me. I can't really say what it is right now, but I know it's a lesson for me, or maybe for humanity, as I go about my journey and I share it with you guys. But the point is, it's not going to define who I am. I am going to get through this, and I'm going to come back stronger and happier than I am already, because it's my mindset, my happiness, my growth, the way I evolve. It's all up to me. And I want it more than I want anything. And I don't care who else has it or who else has more than me. I just want these particular things for me. And I'm going to do whatever it takes in order for me to have them. And I just wanted to share what little bit of knowledge that I find each and every day with everyone, so maybe it can help them change their lives too. I love you all so very much, and I really hope y'all have a wonderful day. Thank you so very much for listening.